And good morning. So just want to talk about still the art of listening, but want to add that first and foremost, it's not just for you to discern for your sake which Ruach is speaking through a person, whether it be Ruach HaKodesh or an unholy or unclean Ruach, but it's also so you can hear what that person is currently in that moment dealing with. Because if it is an unclean Ruach, then you have to understand that this is your opportunity to minister to that person. So it's not just for you, it's for other people as well. And examples of this is, you know, you hear people talking about, oh, we're gods. You know right off the bat that that is not Ruach HaKodesh. That is literally the mindset of Hasatan. Like that's what he wanted to be. He wanted to be a god, just like Yahuwah is a god. So, he is the god, but you know what I'm saying. So you already know when people say these things, they are not of you. It's not Ruach HaKodesh. I already talked about when they say that, you know, I'm spiritual. When you hear people always talking about, like, if they say that they are part of the called out assembly, they are part of Yahuwah's kingdom, but then they're always talking about your haters or their own haters. If they think that they have haters and they tell you that you have haters, that's not from Ruach HaKodesh. Because at the end of the day, that's narcissistic and it's prideful. You think that you're better than everybody else to think that you have haters. Those people probably are doing things to you, but understand that they have issues just like you have issues, and their issues are causing them to do stuff to you. It's nothing personal, because I can guarantee you, you're not the only one they're doing it to. They're not hating on you specifically. You're not that important. I'm not that important. That's narcissistic. When you hear people say, I'm coming for everything I deserve this year. Well, baby, you deserve death. So are you coming for death? Because if death is not the thing that you feel like you deserve that year, then that's not Ruach HaKodesh. That's an exalted mindset. That's a narcissistic mindset. That's a prideful mindset. So when you hear people say these things, you have to start discerning, like, that's not Ruach HaKodesh. Now, one thing I will say, and then I'm going to go. Just because a person says something in that moment that doesn't sound like Ruach HaKodesh or isn't of Ruach HaKodesh does not mean that they are not necessarily a child of Yahuwah. Reason why I say that is we daily have to kill our flesh. We are daily fighting against our own flesh nature and then the kingdom of darkness. So with that being said, you have to really observe a person. If they are constantly saying things like this, then you know that that's the flesh. They're not of Ruach HaKodesh. Well, they're not of the kingdom of Yahuwah. That's not Ruach HaKodesh speaking through them. I don't care if they say they are his child. You're literally judging them by their fruit. You're seeing a tree by the fruit. Okay? And this is also necessary for when you are going through and you're receiving advice from someone. I recently had a conversation with someone, and I had a kind of stressful day at work, and I was talking to them about the stressful day, and they just kept saying, well, F them, you know, forget about it. Like, it's basically saying things that would exalt myself in my own mind. So I know at that point, that's not somebody that I need to have in my inner circle. That's not someone that I need to have as a counselor, because they are going to counsel to the flesh. They are speaking to my flesh. Don't need that. You need people that are going to speak to your Ruach, that are going to remind you of what Yahuwah's word says, and are going to hold you accountable. Because a lot of times when we feel offended or we're hurt, we automatically go into ourselves, and then we make it all about us when it's not about you. Nothing is about you. So, and sometimes it's something that we've done that has caused us to receive whatever it is that we're receiving at that time. So you need somebody that's going to hold you accountable. You need someone that's going to speak the word of Yahuwah to you, not yes men. If I'm angry and upset about something at work or with my friends and whatnot, I don't need people to be like, yeah, girl, forget about them. Shoot, they just hating on you. They just don't like the fact that you shining. No, that should not be one of your counselors. That's what you call an echo chamber. They are literally echoing the flesh nature back to you, echoing how you currently feel back to you. There's no edification in that. They are not edifying your Ruach. They're not reminding you to bow down before the Almighty Elohim, Yahuwah, Zavo. They're not doing that. So listen, you really have to listen. And you have to listen for an extended period of time, which again, it requires you to talk less. Listen. Because I can guarantee you, there's a whole bunch of spirits talking right now, but you need to know which one is Ruach HaKodesh. And you're not going to know if you're always and not. All right? Just briefly wanted to elaborate on the deserving death. We all deserve death. That's the whole reason why Yahushua HaMashiach had to die on that stake, on that tree for us in the first place, because we all are deserving of death. However, he said that some of his disciples, some of his Talmudim, shall not taste death before he returns. So that's a whole different video, but I will say this much. All have sinned and have fallen short of the glory. So we all deserve death. However, we all won't receive death. At least not a spiritual death. Physical death, yes, we all will die physically, but spiritually, no. So understand, that's what is meant by, if you're not if you don't wake up feeling like you deserve death, you're not humble. You have a prideful mindset, and understand that if you can wake up and come for everything you deserve that year if you want to, because understand, you just might get it. All right. Shalom.